What is the national minimum wage 2021 in the U.S.? Workers across the U.S. have to be paid at least the federal minimum wage. We explain all you need to know about the rate and how it varies across different states. It comes as the Bank of America yesterday announced plans to lift its minimum wage to $25 an hour by 2025. The U.S. bank hiked its minimum wage to $20 an hour, up from $17 an hour, in March last year. What is the national minimum wage 2021? To stay up to date with latest top stories, make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel by clicking the button above this video. The federal minimum wage for covered employees is currently $7.25 per hour, and it hasn't been raised since 2009. It's said to be the longest period of time without an increase since the Roosevelt administration implemented it in 1938. Previous changes to the rates meant the rate increased to $5.85 in 2007, to $6.55 in 2008, and then finally to $7.25 in July 2009. What you need to know about the minimum wage. The minimum wage law applies to employees at businesses that have an annual gross volume of sales of at least $500,000. It also applies to employees of smaller firms if they are engaged in interstate commerce or in the production of goods for commerce. Plus, it applies to employees of federal, state or local government agencies, hospitals and schools, and generally also domestic workers. A minimum wage of $4.25 per hour applies to young workers under the age of 20 during their first 90 consecutive calendar days of employment, as long as their work does not displace other workers. After this or the employee reaches 20 years of age, whichever comes first, the employee must be paid a minimum wage of $7.25 per hour. The federal minimum wage is enforced by the U.S. Department of Labor. Last year, President Joe Biden said he would push for a $15 per hour minimum wage and rejected the idea that it would hurt small businesses. He added that being paid $6 or $7 an hour was below the poverty line, no matter where you live in America. However, pending legislation sponsored by Senator Bernie Sanders and others to lift the rate to $15 an hour has so far stalled in Congress. Which state has the highest minimum wage? In the absence of action at the national level, many states and localities have raised their own minimum wages. There are currently 29 states plus Washington, D.C., Guam and the Virgin Islands with a higher minimum wage rate than the federal one. Federal minimum wage law supersedes state minimum wage laws, where the federal rate is higher than the state one. It means you shouldn't be paid any less than $7.25 an hour, no matter where you live. Washington, D.C., formerly known as the District of Columbia, has the highest minimum wage at $15 per hour. Excluding the city's wage, California is the state with the highest minimum wage in the country at $14 per hour. This applies to employers with 26 workers or more. If it has less, the basic minimum rate is set at $13 per hour. Meanwhile, the state Washington's minimum rate is set at $13.69. A number of cities have also agreed to gradually raise the minimum wage to $15 per hour, including Seattle and Petaluma, California, and New York. Biden believes strong unions and higher wages can resurrect America's middle class while helping to bridge economic and racial inequities. Last month, he signed an executive order that hikes the minimum wage for federal workers to $15 an hour. The move will increase the current minimum wage of $10.95 by nearly 37% by March 2022.